All right, we're going to move on with our unit today on volume and surface area. Last week we started off with volume, talking about prisms and pyramids with their two formulas. And then at the end of last week and the beginning of this week, we moved on to surface area, talking about rectangular prisms and triangular prisms. And now what we're going to do is we're going to move on to pyramids. So if you'll copy down this essential question, how can I calculate the surface area of prisms and pyramids? The other day we talked about prisms. So today we're going to move on to pyramids. All right, so our unit of study right now, or section of the study, is surface area of pyramids, and this is going to go with digits 13.3. All right, surface area of pyramids. First thing I want you to copy down is this question here. What terms do I need to know to understand surface area of pyramids? So, there are various terms. If I'm talking about different things, and you don't have a clue what I'm talking about, it's not going to do you a bit of good. So, the first thing is slant height. Slant height refers, let me get this working. I have to turn the board off real quick, turn it right back on. All right. Slant height refers to the altitude of any lateral face of a pyramid. What that means is imagine looking in your social studies book and you're looking at a picture of a pyramid. The faces or the sides that are going up to the point, those are called lateral faces. So it's the altitude of any of the lateral faces of that pyramid, meaning it's basically the height of that pyramid. So if you will copy down this information about slant height. And then we have what's called lateral surface. It's the area of the face, not including the bases. So we have the sides of the pyramid going up. The height of that is called the slant height. Then we have what's called the lateral surface area, or the lateral surface. Those are the area, that's the area of all of those faces going up to the point of a pyramid. So the lateral surface refers to the area of the faces. It does not include the base. So to kind of put this into perspective here, if you have a pyramid here, let's do this instead. So you have a pyramid. Your slant height is going to be this line right here, going up, right here. That is called the slant height. Now the lateral surface represents the area of all the other faces. So this front side, that triangular side going at the top, it would be the area of that side. It would be the area of this left side on the left side of it. So this triangular side, it would be that area. It'd be the area of that right side. It would be the area of that back side. So you have to find the area of all those to get what's called the lateral surface area, or the lateral surface. It could be a square pyramid. It could be a triangular pyramid that you have over here on the right side. All right, so surface area of pyramids. What is the formula used to determine surface area of pyramids? Now here we go with a whole other formula. So our surface area is 1/2 uppercase P times the cursive L plus B, where P is the perimeter of the base. So you figure out the shape of the base and add up the 4 sides or 3 sides of that base on that pyramid. L represents the slant height, which is the height of one of the sides. B represents the area of that base. So this is what you're going to use. You need to make sure that you understand this right here. All right, let me do this so you can see the. All right, so you have the formula on the left side. We have a triangle on the right side. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy the formula down. 1/2 uppercase B times L, which is the slant height, plus uppercase B, which is the area of the base. We've always talked about in the last week or so, B, the uppercase B represents the area of the base. So, what I'm going to do here on the left side is I'm going to actually figure out these things. All right, P, perimeter of the base. Notice it says square pyramid, so our base is a square. This gives us our information we need right here. That side is 12. Since it's a square, that means all four sides equal 12. So our perimeter would be 12 times 4, since there's 4 equal sides. So our perimeter of the base would be 48. The L, the slant height, that represents, I'm going to put this in a different color here. That represents this measurement going up one side. That forms that right angle with the base. So our L, the cursive L, represents 10. And our base, uppercase B, is the area of the base. So our area is length times width. Since it's a square, it is length times width. So we have 12 times 12, which is 144. So I'm going to take all this information here, area of the base, the cursive L, the perimeter, and substitute in. So we have 1/2 times 48 times 10 plus 144. And I'm going to rewrite that so that you can see it a little bit better. So we have 1/2 48 times 10 plus 144. So what does that mean? It means you divide by 2. So I'm going to divide 48 by 2. If I take half of 48, that gives you 24. So I'm going to have 24 times 10 plus 144. 24 times 10 is 240 plus 144. So all we have to do now is add 240 plus 144, and that gives you 384 feet squared. So that would be the surface area of that square pyramid.